Hi folks, time for another TimeGuessr Daily. I'm actually all the way over on the west coast of the US at the moment, so I'm playing quite late in the day. So hopefully we'll have quite a full leaderboard by the time we get to that stage. This is in Sydney. That is the Sydney Harbour Bridge. These are the hosts of Top Gear. Oh, it even says Sydney.com on that massive great banner, doesn't it? Which side of the bridge are we on, do we think? I think, is that a boat? This curved thing here? Not sure. My instinct is saying that we are this side. Oh, is that the Hyatt Regency? Yeah, I think we're over here. We're about there. Somewhere like that. I wonder what year this is. I don't think there's a year mentioned on that number plate. These two are looking like a reasonable amount younger than they look today. We've still got the Stig, so this is definitely still Top Gear era. I think they probably stopped doing Top Gear about 7 or 8 years ago now. I think this is probably 10-ish years ago, something like that. So that would be about 2014. I think about 10 years ago feels roughly right. Let's try. Ooh, 1 year away. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Okay, round 2. Pretty good start. Rue du Rivoli is in Paris, I think. Rue de Rivoli. Right, let's see if we can find this building, or can we see any other street names here? That's going off at an angle. It's a very long street. I'm happy enough with that. Right, now, in terms of the year, I mean, this is a long time ago. Early 1900s. Is it far enough back to say 1900 or not quite? Maybe not. It's all horses and carriages though, so it's pretty early. These cars are very primitive cars. The ones that look like horses and carriages with the horses removed. Very, very early cars. I'm thinking maybe let's go a few years in because there are cars here. I think maybe this is going to be about sort of 1910. Something like that. I may kick myself. It may be earlier. I'm very often quite wrong with some of these very early years, but these cars, I mean, maybe let's say sort of 1908, because I don't think it's going to be any later than 1910. Let's try that. Oh, what? And I was at the wrong point on the Rue de Rivoli as well. Oh no, that's not very good at all. 1919. Blimey, there's still a lot of horses and carriages around. Okie doke. Well, that wasn't great. Trans-Nile link. Is this going to be Egypt, perhaps? What does this sign say? Oh, look. Kampala, Uganda. We had Kampala. Oh, yeah, we are in Uganda. Nile coach police route. I guess maybe the Nile makes its way all the way down to Uganda, does it? What river is that? The Nile? Oh, Victoria Nile. I mean, is it possible that we're in Jinjar? I think a lot of things are saying Kampala. That's Kampala. This is Kampala. Let's say we're in Kampala. King Fahd something. Oh, King Fahd Plaza. Wonder if that will jump out at us. King Fahd Plaza. All right, well, we're there somewhere. Always challenging to get the right year in these sorts of pictures. Trying to think when the one was that we had the other day in Uganda. I think it was pretty recent. Is this another picture from the same contributor, perhaps? In that one, there were some ads that kind of gave away that we were a bit more recent than it might have suggested. This one, I mean, there's a lot going on in this picture, but I don't know how much of these are particularly useful clues for identifying a year. I actually had pretty much this exact car in about 2008, well, maybe 2010. And it was not new then, but that doesn't tell us a huge amount. It's going to have to be a bit of a stab in the dark here, I think. What's the most modern cars we can see? These look around about 10 to 15 years old, these cars. Let's go 2018. I think reasonably recent. Let's try that. 2015, okay. Lost 2 points on the location. Probably if I'd spent a little bit more on that, I could have salvaged those 2 points, but that's okay. 3 years off. Okay, well, always hard to get those years correct. This is the 70s. We know that because he's got these flared trousers on. He's also got this kind of pretty, interesting motif on this t-shirt. These cars have these square headlights, which is quite a 70s thing. Some of these other ones are potentially late 60s with the circular headlights, so those might actually also be 70s cars as well. This is a 70s car in the background. So we're going to be sometime in the 70s. That looks almost like a French flag there. I'm not sure how much we're getting from that number plate. That says Vachon, which sounds like it could easily be a French word. That looks like some agence du something. This is in French. It's also pretty French architecture. Hôtel Sub. Okay, there's a pharmacy. There's a pharmacy about every third building when you're in France. Looks coastal to me. I think we're probably looking over onto some water here. Potentially in the south. Let's put this in the mid-70s. I don't know if we're going to find anything that gives us anything more kind of to position ourselves more in better in the decade. Hotel Sub. Where could this be? I'm thinking maybe I'll just have a quick look for a place name that sounds a bit like Sub. Not immediately anything jumping out. What next? Can't read what that says. Vachon doesn't really give us any location clues. It may be that there's 48. As we've seen before, the numbers in number plates can tell you which region we're in, or département. But I don't know the departments by number, so that's not helping. Can we tell anything else from this? We can see that the sun is coming from sort of over in this direction. It seems to be probably evening rather than morning, which means we're probably, near enough looking at this guy from the south. I don't know. That's not really helping us very much. This Sub thing, I don't recognize that, to be honest. I think it might be our best clue, but I don't know what to do with that clue. It's not Cannes. Could it be Antibes? I've not actually been down to the waterfront in Antibes, but I think it's kind of posher than this. This doesn't look large enough to be Nice. Doesn't look posh enough to be Saint-Tropez. Put it about halfway along there. Mid-70s. Oh, it was 1970, dead on. And it was in Saint-Tropez. How annoying. 5 years off, not great. Yeah, I mean, not a terrible location score, but in the grand scheme of things, not ideal. All right, well, final round. Leicester City Football Club. We've had this year of Leicester City winning before. I think it was 2014. I remembered it right last time. It's possible I've remembered it wrong this time. Is there a year I don't see a year. Yep, don't see a year, but this is, we're in, let me get this right, Thailand. Are these films? I think we're outside a cinema. Does that say The Witch? Would that be 2014? Feels about right. I think it was 2014. Let me get this right. Yeah, maybe 2015. It may have been 2015, but we're not going to be a million miles away. And if this is Thailand, I'm going to assume we're in Bangkok, somewhere pretty central. There's like a kind of high road or walkway or something, maybe this expressway with like a road underneath it. I don't know if we're going to get particularly accurate with this guess, to be honest. There's stuff on that sign that I can't read. Yeah, that phone looks about 2014, doesn't it? I hope I'm right. I might be a couple of years out here. It's possible I'm slightly misremembering the year. Could have been 2016. I think it was actually 2016. I hope that's right. I might be wrong. And then I think we're just going to have to pop this down in the middle of Bangkok. The locations are reasonably forgiving, so I think if we just say, and let's put it over to this, I don't know, let's put it kind of this side of town, because I think it might be as far over as this thing. Let's try that. Yes, it was 2016. Phew. And it was even further out than that expressway, but that's okay. That's all right. 9939. Okay, final score. A little bit shy of 45k. How did we get there then? Pretty good first round. Yeah, miles off on the year on that French one. That was frustrating. But pretty good location. Good location in the third one in Uganda, but just 3 years off. Quite far away. This was the biggest distance in France. And then 5 years, that was 1970. It looked like we were well into the 70s there to me. And then, yeah, not too bad on that last one, couple of kilometers. Let's see how the leaderboard ranks up. Relander out ahead there, 48,435. Alistair in second place, 45,841. History Hobo managed to get over 45,000. Well done. There's me, 44. Dudar right behind me. Just literally 20 points. That is neck and neck as far as this game is concerned. Back to Scally right behind us again. Dursus 43, Panda 42.8, and Figbug 40,000. All right, well, nobody in the 30s today so far. Great, all right. Well, interesting one today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy these, and I'll see you next time.